Mr. Pattabhiram, thank you so much for joining us. This is shocking. This is indeed shocking. 19,000 crores in illegal mining. Apparently, no kind of rules or regulations were formed. Also, I have heard that no lease rights were taken in forest areas. They exploited natural resources. What went on, Mr. Pattabhiram?
Good evening. See, I feel that this is just the tip of the iceberg. We've just started unearthing the rampant corruption that had happened between 2019 and 2024. So it is just the tip of the iceberg. I mean, I can't say where this will end. Lot of files, you'll be surprised to know that after the election results came out, lot of files in the mining department, in the pollution control board, and various other departments were, they tried to burn the files, and people were caught burning these files from these departments. And we have to send our security forces to seize all these offices. See, that is how, the YSRCP even tried to erase evidences of their corruption between 2019 and 2024.
Yeah, right. So it's like one of those stories of a tin pot dictator in one of those countries, where we've heard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like that, and I want to, what is very shocking is, fine, corruption, taking money, illegal sand mining, exploiting natural resources, but the point is, how do you get back the land which you've lost, sir? When I say lost, not to people, because you've lost land to the people. I have cases here where they said sand leaseholders in Nellore district were forced to supply to a select few dealers apparently at fixed rates which created a monopoly. Hefty penalty of 215 crores were levied on MSP granites and owners. They were forced to hand over. So this is just like you say the tip. But I am saying when you exploit forests, the foliage and the nature of a land,
here,
how do you get it back? Mr. Pattabhiram?
Yeah, here I would also like.
Go on.
Yeah, here I would also like to remind that sand was free till 2019. Between 2014 and 19, under our previous government, the sand was available free to the people. But after Jagan Reddy took over, he actually abolished this free sand policy, and he started looting sand, earning thousands of crores for himself, and also burdening the people. A poor family's dream of owning a house was completely shattered because a truckload of sand was sold for around 40,000 to 50,000 rupees. So that is how they've looted money, and they've also burdened the people in the state. So immediately after we came back to power, we reintroduced the free sand policy. Now again, sand is made free to the public. And also the most relevant question that you have asked me, what will happen to the land that has already been grabbed?
Yeah,
Yes,
what do you
that
do?
is a
How do you get
very
it
relevant
back?
question.
I mean, you have Rishikonda on one side, which is like a lavish palace that he created. We have visuals of that. It's such a fabulous kind of a palace that it can put any palace to shame. Then every day there is something or the other which is coming up. So I'm saying that the land which is lost, to get it back is going to be very tough, and they have left the exchequer empty also, Mr. Pattabhiram, saying it's a big challenge for Naidu Garu. Right now, the government it's a big. I also have said, the smuggling of red sanders, illegal encroachments in forest lands, diversion of mangrove forest land. I want to ask you one question. People of Andhra Pradesh want one answer. What are you going to do about all this, sir? When will this end? As in, when do you put a stop to this kind of looting which has taken place?
We are trying to do now is, we are trying to clean up the house. There's all these, acts of corruption, and the officials who are involved in this. So we are trying to clean up the house first. We are trying to keep the house in order, and also the land that was taken back. You will be surprised to know that poor families and families belonging to the backward classes, the scheduled classes, who were given lands, which we call them as assigned lands. Thousands of acres of assigned lands were grabbed by the YSR Congress party leaders. in the disguise of shifting the capital to Visakhapatnam, they have grabbed so many thousands of acres in Uttarandhra. So we have all that evidence with us. So we will definitely, what our leader Sri Naidu had said is, all those lands which were grabbed from the poor will be returned back to them.
But you know,
If required, we'll
yeah.
appoint a commission on this. If required, we'll appoint a judicial commission on this. You'll be surprised to know that Vijay Sai Reddy, their parliamentary party leader,
Yes.
himself, on the name of his daughter, he has 1 lakh square yards, 1 lakh square yards of land in Vizag.
Wow.
Can you imagine a lady holding 1 lakh square yards of land?
I can't, but also, but I don't understand how they kind of ignored all the objections which were raised by the National Green Tribunal. I mean, this seems like completely throwing every rule book into the wind. I've completely I've completely run out of time. I beg your pardon, Mr. Pattabhiram. I hope that the new government gets the rights of the people back. That's what Andhra Pradesh stands for.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks for inviting me onto the show. We will definitely do that.